What's going down, folks? It's your boy C back on the sticks once again with another video for you guys, and we're about to get into the character creation of LaMar Jackson, aka The One, in NBA Live 18. Now, to the quick rundown of the player info, the commentary name is going to remain Jackson. The country and region is going to be USA, that's a given. We're going to have him coming from USC in Southern California. Jersey number is going to be 8, and he's going to be a right-hander. Now, for those of you guys that might be wondering, yes, I am using my face scan in this one, and I think it came out okay for the exception of a couple of minor issues, and we'll get to that in just a second. But I think it's a pretty good scan overall. It pretty much got everything perfect from my eyebrows all the way down to my chin. It's crazy. Now what you guys are seeing here is the final model that I decided to go with, but my skin tone is probably a half a shade too light, and that's because the best skin tone for my face scan was selection number 4. In real life, I'm much closer to skin tone number 5, but the number 4 skin tone was really the only one that worked for me. Every time I scan it with number 5, I get these weird distortions on my face, and it just ended up looking really bad. So we're just gonna stick it out with number 4. And oh, by the way, in real life, guys, I am bald, so this is probably a more accurate representation of what I look like. But I really did have a lot of fun just sitting here messing with the different hairstyles. There's just so many crazy different options you can choose from there, and I probably spent like a good 10 minutes or so in this screen. I'm just kind of fast forwarding through it so you guys can see all the different ones I tried, but the hairstyles are just way too crazy. I really couldn't decide. I didn't want to go too crazy, so I just decided to keep it simple with the low cut. Now, a moment ago I mentioned during my earlier face scans I would get this weird distortion on the side of my face. You can still kind of see it right there on the right side, and the weird thing about it is it only does it at certain angles. So the quick fix for that was just to throw on a low cut beard, and we're pretty much good to go after that. Now, as you guys can see down below, I scanned my face 28 times before I got to this player model, and the reason for that is every time I'd scan my face, I'd always end up on a different color body. Sometimes I'd end up on a white body, other times I'd end up on a really dark body. It was just a really frustrating experience that I hope gets patched before the game launches in a month. Now, moving on to creating the player type, I was really torn between running as a 1 guard or a 2 guard, but I figured that I've been the point in pretty much every career series that I've ever done on my channel, so instead of playing as a point shooter or a slasher, I think it'd be fun for this LaMar Jackson series to have him play as a wing. So that's what I went with, and on to the next phase, we gotta choose whether or not we're gonna make him a shooter or a scorer. And even though he's been retired for a couple of seasons now, I still can't shake the idea of having a Mamba mentality, so we gotta make him a scorer. Now, the height and weight customization is where things got a little tricky for me, because every time you adjusted the scale, the skills would change to affect your player either positively or negatively, and I found that the taller I'd make my player, it would then deduct points from my speed rating and from my vertical leap. So here he is, you guys, LaMar Jackson at 6'5", 210 pounds. Let's see if he's got what it takes to be the one.
One of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
The Hype Brothers was something special. What they really need to do. I'm gonna tell you what they need to do, Mac. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a Pro-Am circuit, go in summer leagues, do what you gotta do to get back on the court together, to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit.
So right after being mentioned on First Take, my boy Nick hits me up. He wants to know whether or not I saw the show. I tell him my phone's been blowing up all night about it. He then tells me, yeah, that's what happens when you get called out on ESPN. I then tell him at this rate, I'm gonna be replying to everybody all night long. Nick wants to know if Stephen A has a point with my knee being ready to go. My reply is, yeah, I've been ready, it's just the coaches are being too cautious with it. He then says, if my knee's really ready, then we should go play at the Rucker. And you don't have to tell me twice, my reply is simple, let's do it. So this is where the journey to be the one begins. Chapter 1's gonna be at the Rucker. If you guys wanna see that gameplay ASAP, go ahead and smack that like button for me. Also, don't forget to share this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And also drop me a comment down below and let me know if you're enjoying this demo or not, because the feedback that I've been seeing about it has been pretty positive overall. So what do you guys think? Anyways, you guys, that's all the time I got in this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.